Today, we are heading in that Scotch whiskey with bourbon type of taste or influence, sort of, because we are tasting, reviewing, and talking about Kentucky Owl Maighstir edition. You know I'm excited. Let's get into it. Will we like it? I don't know, but let's go! Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Carlos. Thank you for joining me, boom, here on the Whiskey Corner. Truly appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out the video, and checking out the channel. I had an amazing time on the live stream that we had this last week on Wednesday. It was awesome, guys. One, Clinton Dugan is a great guy. I love everything that Short Barrel and Old Fourth Distillery is doing. If you missed that, definitely go back, watch that replay. You get a lot of good nuggets. We gave away a lot of good stuff, so congrats to all the winners. And I have to thank everybody that came on, right? Everybody that was watching, in the chats, asking Clinton questions. We had Roger Randall that got on the screen with us. We had Dave from the North Tampa Bottle Club that got on the screen with us. Obviously, I had Whiskey Therapy, which is my co-host, Jason, a friend of mine. Go check out Whiskey Therapy. But then we had some other channels jump on as well. We had Matt from Whiskey Wisdom. We had Sean from Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. Adam from Major Zero. So it was an amazing time. So shout out to all of you guys for making that so successful. I plan on doing more in the future. Let me know if there's any particular people that you're interested on me bringing on. So with that said, I have a goal of 5,000 subscribers as well. And I think we can get there before the end of the year. So I have to ask for your help, because I need you to subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. I'm not a person that likes to ask for help, but there are certain things where I do need help, right? And that is one of them. So if you're not yet subscribed and you subscribe, I appreciate you dearly. So what are we doing today? We are talking about Kentucky Owl Maighstir edition. And it's funny because when I talk to people about Kentucky Owl, it's either a hit or a miss. Nobody's just on the fence, except for me though. I'm on the fence. I like some other stuff. I don't like some other stuff. There's hardcore Kentucky Owl people, and then there's people that really don't like it. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Now, I will say, I think it's a little pricey. Their regular expressions, except for like confiscated, and some of their cheaper expressions like confiscated and Wiseman, not particularly a fan of, right? But what I am a fan of is these limited releases. I love the Takumi, which is like a Japanese whiskey influence. I love the St. Patrick's Day edition, which is an Irish whiskey influence. And then this one is a Scotch whiskey influence. And this is the latest one that they put out. They put it out a couple of months ago, but I just recently got it. And we'll get to that and the price towards the end of the video. But I just noticed this. It says it got 96 points in the Tasting Panel magazine. So has a little scan code there as well. So that should be pretty cool. I've never read the Tasting Panel magazine, so don't know really what that does, but still a cool accolade. So these are usually 100 proof, and this is in collaboration with John Ray and Maureen Robinson, who is a Scotch whiskey master blender. And the cool thing about this is that it's the first time that John Ray and Maureen Robinson are gonna get together in a collaboration. If you don't know Maureen Robinson, she is the new master blender for Kentucky Owl. John Ray is retiring, and Maureen Robinson came in to become that master blender. And I think that's really cool, quite honestly. I think there should be a lot more women in the whiskey industry. I mean, you have Nancy Fraley, Jackie Zykan, Fawn Weaver, Emma Walker. you have these amazing master blenders, and there's so many others, right? Or women that contribute to the whiskey industry, and it's just really cool that Kentucky Owl went that direction as well. And even more cool that Kentucky Owl went with a Scotch whiskey blender, right? Scotch whiskey master blender, because I think that's gonna give it a little bit of a different spin, right? So I'm excited to see what they're gonna have coming out for the future. But let's talk about this Maighstir edition. Maighstir means, I believe, master in Gaelic. And this is 100 proof, just like all the other ones. Doesn't really say much on the back other than it's a unique blend, exceptional, limited release, and 2 renowned master blenders. It says more than that, but that's basically the gist. So it has those Scottish, the Scotch whiskey type of influence. So we have it poured here. It's crazy how they don't give much more information, right? But we have it poured here. We got a little stem glass. Dave, you know why I'm talking to you. Pinkies up, there we go, pinkies up. But let's go in for a nose and a taste. Don't think that I do pinkies up, by the way. I just say that to mess with somebody. But I do like this glass. It is a Whiskey Encore glass. Shout out to Cheech over there. All right, so on the nose is very mellow, right? It kind of like a Scotch, right? It's very mellow. It has like fruity notes. It has that caramel, that oak, that vanilla. A little bit of baking spices. And then you're getting that like a little bit of like that corn influence, like a little candle wax, at least is what I'm getting. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's go in for a taste though, because I could definitely smell that all day. We'll be here for a while, if you let me. So let's go in for a taste. Cheers. Has a little bit of like a burn when it first goes in. Not too bad. Not like a Kentucky hug, but it kind of like goes in hot, right? Then it fizzles away, kind of like a carbonated drink, like a soda or like a sparkling water type of thing. Then you're kind of getting that like corn. You are getting kind of like a Scotch whiskey type of note, like those vibrant fruits that they use, but you're also getting the bourbon side of it, which is caramel, oak, vanilla. Now that's another smell that I smelled on the nose, and I didn't say. Now I'm tasting it. I'm like, okay, that was it. It's a little bit of like tobacco as well. And then this has like a cocoa bean type of note, like a chocolate, but not really dark chocolate, maybe semi-sweet chocolate. And then now I'm getting like a vanilla and nutty note on the finish. You know, I have to say that when I first popped this, I took it to a bottle share. We popped it there, we had it. I was really on the fence. I was like, maybe it's because I drank a few other bottles before I got to this one that night, and it just wasn't vibing with me, I have to say. But now it's been open. Now, obviously a lot of it is gone. It's gotten some air in it, because I probably got it like a month ago. And I think it really like opened up, and you have to know where you're going with this, right? You'd have to know what you're expecting. And I think it's actually pretty good. Cheers. And shout out to TJ at MDP Liquors 2.0, because he tasted that bottle share, and he was like, no, I like it. It's actually really good, which kind of like resonated in my head. And I'm like, okay, maybe I need to go back and revisit it, because I didn't like it that night. And I was like, oh, that's a miss. But after having after that night and having it a couple of more, I was like, okay, I'm actually liking this now. So let's talk about the bad though. It is, I've seen it, when it first came out, it was like 160, 150. Then it dropped to 130. Now you go to a lot of stores and it's 120. There was one particular store that I got lucky at because they dropped down the price on clearance. And I bought it for 70 bucks, which was amazing. Yes, $70. So going from 150 to 130 to 120 to 100 that I seen it at some place to then 70, I just had to pick it up, right? It's the cheapest that I've bought any Kentucky Owl for. Now, with that said, I'm fine paying 70 for it. I'm fine paying 100 for it. When you start getting to that 100 to 120 is when I'm just like, I don't know. Because I don't know if I like it as much as the Takumi or the St. Patrick's Day edition. Now, anything over 120, I will tell you right now, it's not worth it. Do not do that. And again, I'm still on the fence on the 100 to 120. Anything under 100, if you see it, I'd pick one up. Especially if you like the Scotch whiskey influences. And I gotta tell you, I don't let that scare you. If you're not a Scotch whiskey person, it's not like it's gonna taste like some people say Scotch tastes like, oh, just sweaty gym socks. No, it doesn't have that type of Scotch taste that some people, I guess, say they taste. Who tasted sweaty gym socks? That's a conversation for another day. Either way, I think that this is good at $100 or less. I think it's okay at 100 to 120, but I would tell you straight up, do not get it over 120. Just wait, maybe it'll go on clearance in one of your areas. So that is my review. What do I give it as a palm tree score? You know, I'll give it a solid 3.2. 3.2 palm trees. I think it's good. It's just the price. The price is getting to me, right? And you know, as we had Clinton on the other day, that he said that he's trying to bring back the prices on at least short barrel whiskeys. Well, how Short Barrel is doing is because they're putting out good whiskey at under $100, right? Where the way the industry is going is that 100 and up is basically the norm, which we kind of got to get away from that, right? So I love what Clinton said. And then going to this, it's like, I don't think this is worth over $100. That's just me. But I think they did a good job. And if you see it at a good price, I definitely pick one up. That's my review, guys. Let me know. Comment below. Have you tasted this Kentucky Owl Maighstir edition? Do you normally like Kentucky Owl? Comment below. Which ones have you tasted? Which ones do you like? Which ones don't you like? Love talking back and forth with you guys. Please do me some favors. Subscribe, because that will really, really help me out. Please check out that Patreon in the description. At the very minimum, $3 a month will get you in, and it'll help me out tremendously. Lastly, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this, and I want you to enjoy that whiskey. Cheers.